historic property is in Branksome Park in Dorset. The motivation for this design was to set the house and surround it with softness and beauty to show it off to its full impact. Strong features and stunning vistas are seen from the house as well as the garden. The 6 discrete gardens have their own character and function, but are connected by materials and planting, creating a natural flow between them and the house. We used every inch we could to bring the garden alive and ensure it was a space for use as well as beautiful to look at. Let me take you on a tour of the gardens. The walk starts before the gates. This area was greatly simplified. The layout of the drive was changed radically, creating a more pleasing curve, critical to the overall design. Sustainable Purbeck stone chippings are used. Along the drive, clip box is crenulated to match the house detail. Pyramids punctuate the turf beds to reflect the shape of the turret on the house. In the front gardens, we created a focal arc of pleached Barotia persica. Under is a contrasting colour plat, and soft planting nestles in the woodland. In the centre is an obelisk framed by the trees. They have a gorgeous colour in autumn. A stunning single variety of heuchera edges the central feature. This shows the before. We radically thinned and tidied trees and shrubs and took down this fence to create space that was alive. Parked cars are now neatly tucked away beside the existing garage. Before, they were scattered in full view of the house. Here, a laurel hedge was extended and much renovated, and it neatly hides the Poole terrace from view. It's due for a trim shortly. Lemon trees frame the entrances to the Poole house, and the movement from the water feature, which is clearly seen from the pool, is flanked either side by the living green wall. The patterns of each blend to create a single feature. Fragrant and climbing plants surround the eating area and will soon totally hide the old trellis and fence. The Iroko arched gate will also soon be covered in climbers. It leads to an informal area filled with standard bays, woodland plants and an olive tree. It was an underused and uninviting space. We edged the paths in fragrant plants which exude perfume as you brush past. In the back garden, past the buried irrigation tank, is a dark, jungly corner where rhododendrons are still allowed to grow and hide the necessary shed. This was an ideal place to create an exciting adventure playground. We incorporated the existing slide and swings and built a playhouse on stilts with a rope bridge and platforms. The brief for the back garden was a football pitch, and so it remains empty. I have plans for serpentine seating under the trees, but that will have to wait until they are no longer used as goalposts. A very big change was made to the terrace surrounding the house. The balustrade was a huge barrier, and I was determined to open it up, so designed big sweeping steps to link the house and garden via the terrace. The terrace is edged with Purbeck stone, and we placed dramatic planters along it. Soft double yew hedges are the new balustrade, fronted by box and pyramids, reflecting the style throughout the gardens. We clad the existing fences with Iroko trellis. They were surrounded by rhododendrons, so nothing else could grow there. A mirrored central feature is placed opposite the main steps. This will soften as plants grow. The planting is very soft and pretty, using a limited palette and lots of structural trees and climbers. It's all in its first year of growth, and we're looking forward to a succession of interest at different times of the year. The simple summer house entrance will be framed with prunus and covered in a mass of roses. We now move to the knot garden through a moon gate, which will also soon be covered in climbing roses. This garden is overlooked by a balcony from the main bedroom, so I wanted to create a very beautiful and private garden, which looked good from above. It was an underused space, just an access point at the side of the house. To differentiate from the back garden trellis, it's painted an off-white. The focal feature is a spectacular David Harbour chalice on a mirror stainless steel base surrounded by heuchera. To create the central axis, we included a Lutyens bench under a rose arch and removed the overhanging pine trees. The steps, as part of this axis, were enlarged and moved to the centre of the area. A corner was squared off to complete the geometry. The knots are filled with scented seasonal planting: tulips, alliums, peonies, lilies and roses, all framed with nepeta. It's a wonderful plant and has given a beautiful purple haze all summer long, attracting insects galore. Standard variegated ilex punctuate the planting, and ilex are reflected in planters on the adjoining terrace. Discreet lighting extends time of the enjoyment of the garden, and we're all looking forward to the garden maturing and developing.